to the show. Mr. Cordo. It's been a while now.
All right. It has been a long time. We've this lockdown motherfucker keeps throwing spanners in the works, but we keep persevering.
For the people.
This is it, man. This is it.
Power to the people.
We do it for you, the listeners. Do you know what I mean? That's what we're out here doing. We are breaking laws, running wild. we're out here making podcasts for you. All right, would you just give us a follow? Would you? That's all we want.
I've had some eventful fucking few weeks there.
It's been pretty wild. Yeah. Do you want to go first, or will I go first, or what are we going to do?
I'll go. I'll tell you. So I was out last weekend, right? Quiet, done fuck all, right? So I walked around in the morning after a hard night of nothing.
Oh yeah.
I
know them well.
Walked the dog out. We were just walking around the area with the girlfriend. I was coming back by one of the shops. I decided, you know what, fucking breakfast roll for me, thank you. So she fucks off with the dog right around the corner from where we're living, like just the shops up here. And so she goes home first. I stop into the shop. I get whatever I want. Blah, blah, blah. I'm on the way home. I come around the corner and there's a cop car blocking our driveway, parked like, you know, right on the fucking blocking our driveway. Like,
and obviously immediately think, do I just drop the roll and run?
But I was just kind of like, just fucking keep walking down the road. Like, is it just that?
Can I unsign my name off the deed?
But I was just, just pretend, like, just hi Frank, like, you know, waving to no one. But like, there was no one in the car, like, so I was like, what the fuck, right outside my house, and I was like,
Hi neighbour, have you got that crazy bitch under control yet?
Yeah. So I walk in anyway, and Lucy met me at the door, and she was like, guards are upstairs. And I was like, exactly that your face that you're pulling now. I was like, oh shit, what the fuck?
This is not a routine traffic stop in my
And this
own
was
house.
like Sunday morning. You know, this is morning time. We got up early.
I told you that B-Day was illegal, man.
It should be. It's so good. Like,
that was it,
should
man.
be. Fucking cleaned your ass.
You got some arse grade weapons up in there.
But anyway, so she fucking says that. I shit out my heart, and then I'm only joking. And I was like, fuck you, bitch. But she was what a fucking joke though. Fairness, she fucking got me bad, like real fucking bad. But
she's a stone cold killer. You're
it's
stone
great,
cold killer.
great. But so she was just like, I'm only joking. I was like, well, what the fuck's the story? Why are they parked outside her? First, they're blocking her goddamn driveway. Like,
what if I wanted to leave? I mean, I don't.
Yeah, what if I want to flee?
Yeah.
But she was like, I don't know where they're somewhere in these three houses, like ours, the next door, or the next door. Like, and I was like, okay.
It's good to know you're not the ropiest person out your neighbours, isn't it? Like, do you know what I mean? It's good to know that you can look like two doors down and go, well, do you know what? If anyone's going to get done in here, it's not me. Those guys are way worse.
It's great, like, but that's it. So basically, out of a lot of fucking curtain twitching for the morning going, we see someone going out there. It turns out there was two cop cars. So the one behind the one in front of us on the corner was an undercover one that was there as well. So there was two cars full of guards, and they came out of next door's house, right? And missed me by one. You'll never catch it.
Just as well we didn't do the podcast. Can you imagine me strolling out your gaff at 4 a.m. after doing a podcast?
No, this was like
I know this was in
like
the morning.
10 a.m.
But probably one of those cars has been watching the gaff the whole time. They're like, haven't seen nothing out with a target, Chief.
No, apparently I got
there's
the
a
lowdown.
ropey, hairy fella falling out with a neighbour's gaff. We might want to take a look
that
at.
Motherfucker, that Yeti-looking motherfucker, like sex squatch. I hear when you hear the roar, you're getting fucked. But anyway, so a load of curtain twitching. Really didn't know what the story was. Obviously, weren't going out, and we saw the cops come out, get into their car and all that, and like the dog was literally keeping watch. As soon as she'd be like looking out the window and you'd see her like ears perk up, you'd know, okay, someone's outside and someone's whatever. So that was our kind of go-to. And basically they fucked off, and we were like, oh, I don't know what the fuck that was about. Like, and I think the girlfriend was out, I don't know, fucking in the bins or so. Like, so she was like, oh fuck, one of them has gloves on, and we were like, oh fuck, it must have been a raid or something like that with gloves. But then we were thinking, actually, COVID, maybe if they go anywhere, they probably...
Any gaff they wearing gloves. Like
if they knock on a goddamn door, they have to probably do it. But anyway, so it was dead for like half an hour. And then I just hear like, it was someone fucking shouting out in the street. And I was like, what the fuck is this? Walked outside, and our next door, they broke up, but your one still lives in the house with 4 kids and your man's kids. And he was just roaring and shouting at the new boyfriend somehow there, and then the girlfriend. They were just roaring at each other, and I was like, okay. So I just marked it down. It must have been some domestic.
Classic domestic.
Yeah, pure domestic. Because he comes over on I think most weekends to mind the kids and like, you know, custody or whatever.
Yeah.
So I was like, must have been something like that. So I left it at that. I ran into her yesterday, just whatever, coming into the house, and I was chatting to her, and she was like, "Oh, fucking Jesus! I suppose you saw what happened last weekend." And I was like, "No," and I completely forgot, like, because it had been last weekend. And she was like, "Oh, the guards." I was like, "Oh, fuck yeah, yeah." I was like, "What happened?" Yeah.
Oh yeah, I do remember that. Yeah.
And she was like, "They fucking raided the gaff," and I was like, "Really?" And she goes, "Yeah, me boyfriend's something like a sister or mate is something like." But it kind of trailed off, but it was like, yeah, my boy, as in some kind of bogue, they also raided his house as well.
Oh right, so it was part of a joint venture.
Yeah, and they thought to be loud. And she was like, she was like, I fucking 4 kids in the house, and she was like, I don't do anything anyway. I never leave that in here. Like,
but that's the address that your boyfriend would have given, so obviously he knows where the stash is.
Because she's driving his car, like, and he pulls up in a fucking new, well, not new, but it's a fucking swanky Jaguar, and then pulls up in 2 other cars.
Questionable.
Yeah, fucking. To be honest, like, I really don't care too much as long as it doesn't bring like horrible shit to the area or something. You know,
well,
I really don't mind, to be honest.
Like I said, it's like if you're not the shadiest guy on your street, you're all right. You're at least one raid away from some really horrible issues.
But that's I said it to her. I was like, "Oh, you never guessed what fucking Lucy said to me," and I told her, and she was like, "What? Why would you like care?" She goes, "Oh, you have a bit of spoken or something like that." I was like, "Yes, yes, that's it." Yeah, but I just said to her, it's like, yeah, you know, when you're going through customs or something like that in an airport, you don't have anything on it. You definitely don't, and you haven't had it in fucking ages. You still get paranoid.
Yeah, because I smell like good times. You know what I mean? I've got a waft of dirty
like brewery and sex, sex brewery.
Yeah, I'm not sure. This isn't even my T-shirt, officer. I'll be honest. Like, do you know what I mean?
It's made of pure hemp.
Do you want to take it off or will I?
No, but like, it's just those kind of scenarios. I always have gone, like, you know, going through airports and stuff. You're like, even though you know you have nothing, but just going through, you just and they're searching you. You just there's an air of guilt, you know, as it's floating around.
Yeah. Okay, good story for you. I've had an experience where I completely by accident smuggled drugs home from the UK to Ireland.
Those accident ones there.
I mean, I'm
not a cop. You don't have to fucking keep this bullshit story. I was just resting in my account.
So I need to defend myself because this could be used in evidence against me. But I will explain the story. So basically, I went on a wild weekend to London. Did all of the uppers in the world, and to be honest, I'm a smoker. I like to smoke. I smoke, and I was sure that going to the airport, I'd been awake for days and I'd had a quail of a time, and I was like, right, okay, I am completely clean. I've gotten rid of everything. Blah blah blah. Go to was it Stansted. Went to go through the check. The like I know like check in bags. I just literally backpack, change of jocks, which I don't think I even used. Yeah. And we're going through the thing. Went through the whole thing. I was grand. Not a bother on me. Not a fucking breeze. Went through the whole situation, got to the other side of the check, opened my wallet, and I was like, right, I've got about a £5. I could probably get a Burger King before I get on this goddamn plane. And opened my wallet, and there, stuck to a 5p coin, was about 20 quid's worth of squidgy black cash.
And you were, at this point, you were already through.
I was airside at this point. And
so you had gone through security and all that.
I had no idea it was there.
But you were already past security, so you'd done
the whole check.
Beautiful. Because if you would have found that prior, like...
Oh, absolute. Because and the thing is like, I mean, I wasn't on a sightseeing weekend. I was over there going to gigs, doing a big dirty session is what I was doing. And I was like convinced there was nothing incriminating on me, and walked through the whole thing going like, yeah, I have clean.
Probably because of the casual though. If you weren't so unaware.
Yeah, like threw me wallet in. I don't think looking back, I don't think I encountered any dogs, but I had I threw everything in casual as you like. I was convinced I had nothing on me, and then literally coming out, literally walked out the other side and went to open my wallet. It's like, okay, how much sterling do I actually have? Can I afford a fucking Burger King? And looking in, it was like, well, I've got at least 20 quid's worth of hash.
Can I sell it here?
Yeah. I mean, how does one? I mean, like. Whopper for a
what about like
hash?
The baggage handlers? I'd say they'd fucking buy some more. They'd sell it. Fucking they're getting better stuff than that.
Exactly.
They're piking the bags.
Yeah. But yeah, that was an absolute unintentional drug smuggle that I partook in. because I've never been one for it. It's too much risk.
God, fuck, there's zero reward basically.
I wouldn't do it.
Yeah,
Like,
unless you're bringing through some outrageous amount. But
Yeah,
at that point, it's just you're getting caught. Like.
yeah, like personal amount.
I'm literally, I usually weigh 80 kilos. For some reason, I'm weighing 120. Like, yeah, and I'm walking like the fucking marshmallow man.
Exactly. A personal amount to bring with you is like, I just woun't do it. I've been to Amsterdam so many times. I don't see the risk is way too much. It's way too
nuts. Like, as in even like the most basic thing to bring through would be like weed or something like that. And even that, because first of all, weed. It has to be huge quantities for it to make sense, and huge quantities are like human-sized quantities. They're stupid. Obviously, you're not smuggling that shit through. Like, it's only other drugs that are like a lot more expensive per gram, let's say, like coke or I assume heroin and stuff like that. Like, I don't know actually, but stuff like that at least.
Can
like if you brought through something that's maybe, I don't know, the size of your hand, it's a lot. Versus if you bring like, but the risk is fucking outrageous. Like.
I mean, I would never. I mean, well, obviously, I would. I would unless I was pressured into. I could never see the reason for smuggling a small quantity for resale on my person. I mean, I can see how some people might take the risk for smuggling a small quantity of something like coming back from Amsterdam or something.
Yeah, but that's like, weed, like, and stuff like that. Like, and compared to basically any other drug, like weed, at least is. I still wouldn't do it, but it's a lot more slap on the wrist than look at this 5 grams of pure heroin. You're fucking fucked. Open that arsehole, here I come.
Don't stop till you reach the back of his teeth, boys. I've no interest. Like, it's not unless I'm putting it in, like doing a Howard Marks and putting it in fucking speakers and transporting plane loads. Like,
or some fucking slave's arse. Like, as in, so
I mean, I can understand, but again, I could understand doing it out of somewhere. Like, I mean, if all I had to do was get it from Colombia to Miami, or like over one bar. But the idea of trying to get it all the way to Europe, it's like, go away out with that. Go away.
It's nuts. Like, anytime you've seen like Banged Up Abroad,
and the weird part, but the one that gets me is the amount of Irish people I hear who are like, I didn't take the risk, so I brought 20 yolks to Ibiza. It's like
I fucking know so many people who have done that. Like,
an island. Full
like
of drugs,
literally known for drugs. It's like the landing point of the rest of the world. For
like,
drugs.
No. I don't like that foreign food. I'd rather bring me own fucking.
I bought 20 McDonald's in my bag. Like,
yeah, exactly. It's like, why?
I knew a few people like on.
I know loads of people have done.
Yeah.
People I wouldn't expect it of.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I there's certain people
I
I know
you were
that
better than this. Like.
Exactly. There's certain people I know that I would definitely expect that from, and fair enough. But there are certain people that have done it that I've heard have done it, and it's like, are you for real? You're a smart person.
Yeah.
You've got a good job. You get that risk is not worth it.
Yeah,
mate.
for what? Like,
they're not even real yokes.
Yeah. No, it's like, just you're bringing. Yeah,
First
of all, you're bringing stuff to the drug party.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you're basically bringing to the drug dealer. Yeah, like, why would you do that? Like, you can get it fucking loads over there. There is no problem.
Do you remember that yoke you sold a year and a half ago? Well, I've got it, but it's been stepped on about 15 times and reshaped and reformed, and now it's this yoke.
It's actually came from Ibiza, and it's like gone through all of Europe to get to this fucking shithole island, and then fucking you're recycling it.
It's 70% arse juice at this point.
I don't get it. There's a lot of that. Like, I remember when we were our first.
Like, if you're into using substances and you like you're going to know where to look. You're going to have an idea as to where to look. You know how to ask the right people. You can work it out. I mean, it's not that hard.
But I think, like, at least anyone I knew that have done that around, like, the holiday you go when you finish school when you're 18, the leaving cert kind of stuff, like those kind of holidays. So you're pretty clueless in how the world works, and that you realize, oh, I can actually get this everywhere, because you start to think, like, when you're 18 and when you're a teenager and stuff, you usually only have a very small amount. Not that it really changes that much, but you usually only have a small amount of people where it's like gold dust. Oh, this person can get weed. Happy days. I'm holding on to them. But, like, you don't realize that everybody can get weed or whatever. But so so it's already hard enough from the country you're from. So when you go over to some foreign place and you're only there for a week or two, it's going to be way harder, which in fairness it is. But, like, especially if you're 18, you're going to places where other 18-year-olds go, and drug dealers flock to those places for that exact reason.
If you're under 20 and you do that, fair enough. All right, fine. I can accept that I can accept that could happen. I can accept.
But that's what I mean. Like
this is
the people I know would have been that age.
I know people who have done it in their like
30s,
mid-20s, like intelligent people that wouldn't normally put themselves at risk
at
like
a silly risk, like
outrageous. Like I can't like look. Don't get me wrong. This is why I suppose it baffles me so much is because I'm a reckless motherfucker. I do stupid shit all the time.
Yeah.
And like, there are people that I would like say are far more sensible than I am that are that have taken that risk.
So getting on to when I done it. But
this one time,
as I said, we just had finished the Leaving Cert. It was so long ago. We were all 18. We were going to Crete in Greece for 2 weeks, and same mentality with I know here I can get, and fucking it was Hash at the time, soap bar, which is, for anyone listening that's not from Ireland, it's like literally the worst crap. It was the only thing you could get.
I don't even think it's really Hash, to be honest.
It's like fucking 1%. Like it's awful, but it was at the time the only thing you could really get when we were teenagers. So that we were stuck. So anyway, we were going to Greece for 2 weeks, and we all said, "Oh, we'll just bring our own stuff in the airport." And I remember, the huge queues going through the security checks.
Of course.
So I remember I was 18, and it was our first, holiday away without parents. So we're all in the queue chatting away, and I had like a good chunk in my hand, in the queue in my hand, going, where am I putting this? Like, trying to decide while I was in the fucking queue. So I was going, pocket, no, this, that, and then I just looked up. I hope
you at least took the tinfoil off it.
No, I just looked up, and I was at the front of the queue. Next. You just next, and I was like, I couldn't do anything at that point, and I was just like, oh fuck, and I just in my back pocket, and I just was like, oh shit, what the hell, oh fuck, and it's just the ballsiness of an 18-year-old going, fuck it, like it's in, and I just fucking went through, no problem, but like stupid, I would never even think of doing that ever
no,
again.
I mean, exactly. The older you get, the more you realize like that is.
It's so outrageously stupid. Like I knew 2 other girls at the time that were going on similar holiday, and they just smuggled. I think they were fucking going to Ibiza as well. Now that you say it, but I think they brought through loads of speed and loads of pills in their bra, and just. Like the Hash was one thing, like as in, and even at that, that's still stupid. Like as in, but speed and pills, what are you doing?
I mean, it's such a risk. I mean, I can understand maybe if you're going somewhere, and if you like, for example, in Germany, where you can buy like speed for like a $5 or a gram, and you take 10 grams and you stick it up your arse and you bring it to Ibiza and you sell it for 3 times the price.
That's if the selling is, if that's your game. But like this isn't what these people. These people are just
personal.
These are just normal
personal use.
It's just such a fucking, like looking back at it now, it's just so fucking stupid. Like I remember another stupid time in my past. We were getting our first. Once again, it was like one of our first trips on outside of the county without our parents. So we were leaving Dublin and we were going down to Waterford at the time, and it was a second trip actually. But anyway, it was back when you could smoke in carriages. There was smoking carriages and stuff like that. So we hopped on, we rolled, we hotboxed a fucking train carriage full of people, thinking this is brilliant. Aren't we fucking clever? But like, it's just the ballsy, like the balls, like as in the brazen neck. Like, there's no other way you get away with it. Like now, you'd be like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Well, like I said, but like at the time, it was just like, "This is funny." And then we got this group of people that came over, and they were real fucking idiots, like at our age, but they were real like fools, and they were just saying, they were like, we love fucking any chance we can get, and you'd be passing them drags or whatever on the train, and then they were like, could we buy some? But they were real like pleb material, real fucking idiots. We were like, yeah, no problem, and we'll sell you in joint form. And we just put nothing in it and fucking passed them and sold them for like £5 or something back in the day. And then this other crowd came over that were like, it was just the style at the time. It was just funny because they were fools. And then this other crowd came over that were rough as arse, but they were really sound. Like we just got on with them from like Carlow, the meat streets of Carlow, and they were starting on them, but we were fucking smoking with them. It was just such a mad scene, and we brought out
no, you can't start on my customers.
Yeah,
they're buying
we brought out this huge bong that I don't know if you remember, called the Terminator.
I remember it well.
Yeah, but we brought
Damn
that.
Near killed me.
We brought that, stuck it on the table, and we were hotboxing a train carriage with like many other normal people on it. And some guy was eyeballing us the whole time, and we were like, "Oh, this guy has to be an undercover cop or something." And we we had no ashtrays, so we were using this jumper. We were extras in Bloody Sunday, the Irish film.
Yeah,
so for some reason, we had those jumpers with us, and we were using that as an ashtray. Like I don't know, half setting the fucking thing on fire with hot rocks. Anyway, your man was eyeballing us the whole time, and like to Waterford, it was like I don't know, fucking
2 hours,
2 hours, something like that.
Exactly 2
so
hours.
About like
1 hour and 50 minutes, I think. Actually.
But about an hour and a half through, fucking some stop. Your man eventually stands up after eyeballing us and walks over like, oh, here we go. After an hour and a half, he's fucking gonna fucking nab us here. Like,
we're getting lynched here.
Yeah, he just comes over and just fucking hands us an ashtray. There, here's that. And off he goes, fucking on his merry way. Like, it was like deadly sound. Like, but just once again, the fucking brass neck on you. Like, as in just to pull that bullshit off.
Yeah,
like, as in, like, nowadays you'd be like, if I was one of the passengers now, like looking at kids do that, I'd be like, "These are fucking idiots."
It depends, though. He's right. I get it, because there are some times when I see, I see, young fellas being rebellious, kicking off, like having the cans on the train, or smoking. Well, you don't see see smoking on a bus anymore. Man.
No.
You'd go at the back of the bus and you'd be smoking cigarettes the whole way into town. Like that just doesn't happen anymore. Like
no, the smoking is very frowned
even
upon
out in places like
days,
Ballyfermot and that. Like, it doesn't happen. Like I remember going to college in Ballyfermot, and like you'd get on the 18 bus, and like you'd have a little like
you're cheeky.
You have a slight gear buzz because someone was smoking heroin
Oh,
at the back of the bus.
yeah,
And it's the
the
middle of
junkies,
winter.
yeah,
It's the middle of winter. I can't open the fucking window.
No,
We're not going to freeze to
and
death.
it's just a horrible smell of the smoke packet, the tin foil of the smoke.
I really want to give out, but I feel really mellow, and I don't. Yeah, and it's just like it's like
there used to be loads of people smoking heroin on the
second
buses
hand
now that I
heroin
think
smoke on the back of a bus on the way to Ballyfermot. It just doesn't happen
But
anymore.
I thought at the time, do you remember when we were in school, you got a day off if you wanted to check out a college you were interested in.
Yeah.
So one of them was Ballyfermot. And I was like, this would just open days. Yeah. I was like, this would be just it's like in school. I don't want to go to school. This is a chance to get a day off. So I was like, let's do that and actually go out there, because Ballyfermot is a music college and I'm actually interested in going there. So we hopped out, and all the rumours of the 18 bus was exactly what you said. Everyone's smoking, drinking, it's fucking, it's all this is crazy, no one gives a shit, right? So we were like, I guess no one gives a shit. So we rolled a load of joints, sparked them up, and there was two like scaldy birds behind us that were like, oh Jesus, that's fucking deadly smell. All that kind of stuff we were smoking away, right?
Not that good hash, is it?
No, but they were nice. No, they were nice. Like, as in everything, it was grand. Like, there was no issues. Like, but anyway, we literally sparked up, maybe fucking got halfway through the fucking thing. Bus grinds to a halt. The fucking bus driver comes running up. He was fucking smoking. And I was just like, and I just obviously darted the thing down. Like,
straight away, don't know what's wrong.
Yeah, and I was like, what are you talking about? He goes, you are fucking smoking. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, I said, smoking joints or something. Like, a real kind of, like, weird. Is this not
this
cool?
Doesn't happen.
Is this not
here.
cool? And he comes over, he goes, we use the smoking. My lap is covered in tobacco.
Yeah,
and I was like, nope, not me. Like, with big fucking, saucer eyes. No.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Then he was like, fucking right. And he had some, Jesus, this is how long ago it was. He had some fucking book that had like every name in Dublin. Like, I mean, like a fucking encyclopedia of names. And he goes, right, what's your fucking address? And I'm going to double.
They were called phone books?
No. It wasn't a phone book. It was it was a red book. I don't know what it was, but it was some special fucking bus driver fucking thing. It's like, you have no power here. Like, but at the time, you're just like, okay.
But he said,
but he was just like, fucking, what's your name? And I'm going to check it with the address. And I'm writing this down and reporting you on it. And of course, we were just like, I'll just give someone out my class's name. I know where he lives. And it's like, yeah, I fucking gave the names. Yeah, that lines up. And I was like, yeah, of course it does, because that's some other person. Like, but when they left, I was just like, and we were still on the bus, we were like, holy fucking shit, this is bogey. Like, yeah, I thought it was cool as a fucking cucumber. Because, as you say, the absolute people you get on that were pure junkies.
Well, that's the thing. It's like,
so you're like, fuck me. Like,
and this goes back to what I was going to say. What I was trying to say initially was that I think there are certain people that you see, like, it applies in both arguments. It's like, there are certain groups of youth that you'll see, and you'll see them like indulging in cans, and you'll be like, some of them you're like, oh, those fucking little bastards. They're
it's just that they're mouthy and loud, and they're
then,
just dickheads to people around.
Sometimes you'll see a group of young fellas having cans, and you're like, I was one of them lads. That's that could have been me and my mates. You know,
but
what
it seems to me like when I see like a group of people and they're having like a load of cans and then they're throwing rubbish around and stuff like that, you're like, no, fuck you. As in, that's something that I was like, that's one of the first things I remember being bed into us as kids. You don't fucking
leave
litter.
a mess.
You don't litter at all ever. Like, as in, like, when we were like single digits young, really young.
Well,
that was just something that was like stopped, and that was a big campaign when we were kids.
Well, I suppose it was always act the maggot as much as you want, but just make sure you don't leave a fucking trace. You know
but just don't throw shit around. Why are you wrecking your dare you? Like, why would you do that?
I think mine was far more of a like I've seen CSI, man. They'll get you in the fingerprints, man. Do you know what I mean?
No, but I mean like
you
way.
leave that crisp wrapper there, they will fucking come.
But that's what I mean. I mean like so long before even thinking about drinking or anything like that. It was just a thing that was bed into us just to say, why? No, as in it was like it was nearly like a national campaign. It was like around the same time when they were telling you to please buckle your seatbelt. That used to be a law.
Just have the 5 pints before driving home.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Yeah. Where was that from? The 70s in Ireland?
I think it was the 80s, man.
No, it was the early 80s.
I think it was the early 80s.
For people who aren't from Ireland, we're talking about there was an ad someone posted around recently on the WhatsApp groups, the usual, and was one of the ads that used to post in like bus stops or in a pub, I guess. It was just like think twice about your fifth pint before driving.
Yeah, the
fifth pint.
The fifth pint is the safe one to drive home on. You know what I mean? And once you get to 6, then you're
that's crazy talk. Like it's nuts.
And now what? You can have a half pint. And
you can have one unit, which I think is like a glass of wine or a bottle of beer, something like that. Yeah.
Which is good, to be honest. I don't think I do not want to condone drink driving.
No,
I think it's
it's crazy talk.
It's outrageous, and it shouldn't. Like, to be honest, we are so close to automated cars and electronic cars that people can
it won't be a problem with the past.
You just need a license to have a chauffeur.
I'm actually looking forward to that. I've always wanted that. So I go to any pub. I can even go into fucking the heart of town, into a nightclub, fucking puke my way out of there, fall into my car, and fucking please, and it fucking just fucking fucking Jetsons car homes. Like it's just of course wake up on a ferry to France. Did you mean Bangladesh? Like, but like. Yeah, it's the way of the future. It's unreal.
I thought I wanted a partner. Turns out I just wanted a taxi driver.
Pick up prostitute. Yes, please. But fuck me.
Can we get kebab and hooker in the same stop, please?
A hooker kebab. Yeah, can I like eat her when I'm finished? Like, fucking dirty bitch. But no, fucking.
Oh my god, I went full Jimmy Carr there. I went to the lab. Oh dear.
God. No, like I can't wait for that. I don't know how far we are, in fairness, away from that. Hopefully, not too far.
I think it can. I think it has to come soon. Like, I mean, we have certain. Well, the states definitely have automated driving to a certain degree.
I mean,
like that's
when I was in a job 2 years ago, I think it was, and they won tickets to the first automated car going down the quays in Dublin city centre, and they were like, "Who wants them?" And I fucking bang, I'll take them. Yes, please. Because there was like X amount. There wasn't many, but like no one for some reason wanted it. And I was like, I fucking first.
I'm not being the test dummy, and this
no.
Getting
It like
plowed
brings
over
you
by a Lewis and a number 9 bus.
No, it's like
time.
I think it was on the path, so like it's not even on the road.
Oh right,
like, you know the way the quays up near the port are really wide at the pedestrian part of it are really wide, so there's loads of room. And it's not even it's like a tiny bus where there's no actual anything. Everyone just stands. You know, like the thing where they pick you up from the plane.
People carrier kind of.
As in the airport, those kind of things. But anyway, so I was 100%. Yeah, I fucking want that 100%. And they were like, yeah, you have it. And for some reason, it was on a Friday. There was something else going, like at a dentist appointment, something like that I forgot about. And I was like, fuck, I can't go. So I gave them to someone else I was working with. He was like, yeah, I'll fucking take it.
I asked him. Never walked again.
I asked him after, and he goes, "The fucking thing broke down at the first set of lights. Like it just fucking does not compute. Blue screen of death, just fucking died of death." But in fairness, that was like 2 years ago, and obviously there's been plenty of.
Well, I mean, obviously the computer wanted to go with the amber light and the manual override, and he was like, "Well, fuck you. If that's how you're going to play it, there was a gap there, and I was going to go for it. And I'm a computer, and I can calculate that shit way faster than you can, human."
Yeah.
And it's like, you know what? I'm not working anymore. That's it.
Yeah.
And I don't blame it. I don't blame it.
Like, have you ever seen the video of?
It scares me. I think it's going to be a Terminator situation, and
what are they going to do? I want to turn left into a brick wall. Like,
well,
in what way? Skynet.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think that. I think the automated cars are going to start feeling pretty fucking
abused.
Underappreciated.
When you keep pissing in them, when you're fucking locked to puking and eating your fucking kebab prostitute.
Really, Carl? You had to puke again? Have you any idea how hard that is to get out of my fabric?
I can't let you do that. Yeah. That's what it's going to be. Fucking HAL 9000 or whatever the fuck his name was.
I can't let you do that, man.
Yeah. Turning oxygen on. No gravity. It's just a bunch of bodies floating in cars. Oh God!
You don't even have your keys, you dumb shit.
Yeah, but I think like as in like when it eventually kicks in and it's nailed, I think it's going to be a case of people not owning cars anymore. It's just you walk out and take
There are
whatever
cars.
car
Yeah,
because
there are
you don't have
cars,
to do
yeah.
anything.
It's like be like the city bike kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's
yeah,
like
exactly. You
and
just hop in any car.
And they all just go back to
there's
their
just
electronic.
Yeah, and
charge
if there's
station.
none around, you just click fucking an app. I'll take this now.
Oh,
5 minutes.
Nissan are gonna be pissed. Like, there's gonna be a lot of people who are not gonna be happy with that.
Oh well, taxi drivers for one, fucking
Oh,
truck
yeah.
drivers, and fucking there's all sorts. It's
It's gonna be a lot harder to do drug deals.
or a lot easier. Yeah, maybe you can fake having a person in it by sticking like a brick, so it feels like weight on the seat, and go deliver this to fucking such and such.
Well, like Bezos alone will just shut that shit down straight away. He has more money than God.
Okay, sit in the car then.
Yeah, fair enough. You have
Yeah.
to go. You have to make the trip. But like, you'd have to. The thing is, you'd be annoyed because like I can't even just pull up, drop shit out the window, and fuck off again. I'm gonna have to make this look like it was.
Yeah, just leave. Just leave. Get another car.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. But you'd have to get out and get
so.
another car and like. It's very traceable. If you're
True,
in a
but there'd
business,
be,
if you're in a
there'd be
business
less
where you
cops
don't,
on the road because they wouldn't need to be there because there'd be way less accidents.
yeah, they're going to be busy looking at drug dealers.
True.
Gonna make it hard to get drugs, man. Just saying.
Not my problem.
I mean, you say that, but
No, it's I fucking can't wait for that one reason of literally, if you like a huge decision for buying, let's say, a house or just renting. It's I don't want to be in the middle of fucking nowhere because I want to go out and see people. I want to go to pubs. So that's the main reason everyone doesn't live in the middle of nowhere because it's dirt cheap.
Yeah.
Because I want to see people. I'm not fucking living in the middle of nowhere. But if you had an option, now I don't mean the middle of nowhere, but if you had an option to be way out there that you never have to care about, you're still going to be in traffic, but you can literally sleep on your commute.
Yeah,
on the way in.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, you're not losing 2 hours sleep because you can sleep on your way to work.
Yeah.
Fair. But I mean, at this stage,
or like have a prostitute breakfast, on the way in. Like Jesus, they would be fucking cleaning up. Think they could just be in that. That would be the luxury executive model where you just hop into the car and there's already a prostitute.
Bye, honey.
Fucking hell!
Hello,
Someone
Daddy.
write this down. Like this is fucking gold.
We need to get on to Bezos immediately. This is the new plan.
Yeah, let us buy. Let him buy us out at 10 fucking measly cent. No, I think it's definitely obviously the way of the future, and I fucking can't wait for it.
Yeah, well, I mean, road deaths and like human error, especially in something like driving, especially in places like cities, like it's
huge cities.
Like yeah, exactly. I mean, I can understand it in like there will be a need for like okay, so I mean Ireland doesn't really qualify because it's so fucking small. But I mean, if you're in somewhere like Brazil,
it does though. That's the thing, right? It's so small, and for anyone who's been here, I used to work with a lot of German people, and they used to come over to Dublin all the time, and like they have a fucking autobahn, and they have shit semi-sorted over there, traffic-wise, at least a little bit.
I've been on the autobahn.
Every time they came over,
thing.
they were like, "This fucking country," like Dublin. Because they saw like 2 different offices that were in, one at one end of the quays and one at the other, and they were just like, "This is fucking scandalous." They were just saying, like, obviously pointing out the obvious. They were like, "Dublin,
where was the planning?"
Yeah,
Where
but it was built with tiny roads back in the day because our population is tiny, our city centre is tiny, and everything is tiny. We didn't need it, and now we can't move buildings on the quays. It's just you're stuck there, like on all the other roads you're stuck. So, but what kills me is they keep building more and more in the city centre, making it the problem worse and worse. It's like, which is obviously costing a fortune for them. If you rent a building or build a building in like a huge building in the middle of the city centre, it costs. If you build it a little bit out with like where the trams go and the buses, it's so much cheaper for everybody. The commute is way down. It reduces traffic in the city centre. Plus, it's less cost for you. Way less cost. It's just mind blows like how badly planned it is. Like it's nuts.
I'm so annoyed that we're having this conversation right now because I agree with you 100%, but I'm so annoyed that Gar isn't here right now because Gar is like Mr. Car. It's like, public transport. No, I wouldn't lower myself to that. It was like, wait, what?
In other countries like America, that is the kind of mentality where
public
transport
we were over there. Is poor transport.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
no, lads,
100%. Like when we were over there with our one of our friends knew one of the rich girls that lived over there, so we hung around with her for ages. And she was sound as bad. We got pissed with her every day, and it's a really nice girl. But she was from Danville, like like real rich, literally in the hills.
No one should be paying.
But that was her
get
thing.
To work and get from work.
We were going into San Francisco, and we had to get right. So we have the DART in Dublin. They have the BART there, so Bay Area Rapid Transit, whatever. And so we got that in, and then when we hopped off at whatever stop. We needed to go, the other end of the fucking city or something for whatever reason. And we were like, oh, we'll just hop on the bus. And she was like, fucking only poor people take the bus kind of thing. And we're like, well, we're also poor, so we could take the fucking bus. And it was the first time in her life with us she took the bus, and someone spat in her face. Some crazy Elwood. Oh, fuck's sake. But like,
oh, that's beautiful karma.
But like, that's the thing. Like, she was just in fairness, it turns out right for her. Like,
maybe.
that's it. But she was just convinced that, and they're all like that. Like, as in, if you're taking the bus, you are fucking a deadbeat. Like, you are useless. Like,
yeah.
I just don't get. Well,
and it's probably again, to use it's probably my white cis male privilege, that the fact that like as a white male I don't feel threatened on public transport unless there's someone absolutely.
Don't start with this privilege shit. I hate that
well,
topic.
It's the truth. Like, I mean, it's like I'm not a woman. I don't feel, and I can walk down the street wearing whatever the fuck I want. And if someone wants to start a fight with me, fine. I'm a 6 foot fucking dude. You know what I mean? I'll handle myself. Do you know what I mean? I might not win. I might get my fucking ass kicked, but I can do it, and I don't feel that threatened. I'm not someone who has to constantly be like, looking over their shoulders. You know what I mean?
I know, but they don't either. It ain't like America. Like,
not
obviously
always.
some places
Well,
are,
look,
but it's not like it's some shithole.
Yeah, but it's something. No, but it's something that every woman experiences. You know what I mean? It's like it.
Yeah, but that wasn't her point. Her point was,
poor people take it.
Yeah, it's not like I'm a female, therefore.
I've had that too. I mean, I remember being traveling. Where the fuck was
But
I?
also, just on that, before you go,
just let me real quick. I had a Canadian couple, and they were lovely. And basically, the did was like, if you don't drive a fucking truck, you're a homosexual. And it was like,
oh right, yeah,
dude, I don't
if it's not a 10-liter fucking monster.
And like his partner, and like he wasn't. It was just like, it's like, if you, I mean, that is a status.
Yeah.
It's a status.
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
Like, have to, if you're a heterosexual man, you
same
have to drive a truck.
Same in America, basically.
And I was like, I don't fucking need a truck. I don't want a truck. I didn't even tell him this. I was like, I don't even drive, motherfucker. Neither does she.
Yeah.
And
I got this exact same comments basically in America, like all fun and games, like not aggressive or anything like that. But
that wasn't aggressive either.
But I told the guy, like, as in it was one guy from Seattle who sounded as we were smoking loads of joints on the beach on Christmas Day in Belize. It was fucking deadly, like really cool. But he was the same thing, has some like giant truck over there and whatnot, and everything comes in like 5 and above liters. To bring your handbag, like, it's not like you're carting cattle up a hill. You don't need that fucking liter. I told him, I was like, pretty much everyone starts to drive over here on like 1 liters, and he was like,
what?
Just is that even possible? Basically,
is that a real thing?
Yeah, he was just he couldn't get his head around. And I was like, man, they're fine. Like, is it?
That was his thing as well.
They're cheap to run.
I think that's how it started. I think I was giving out about. I think I gave out about soccer moms like driving Range Rovers when like you're going from your posh house to your posh school and back again. Do you know what I mean? It's like you're not going off road, honey.
Yeah.
And if you are, call me.
You fucking back road, bitch. But yeah.
Oh, that dirt track is
up the old dirt track. I remember, Jesus, that reminds me. I was in. Speaking of up the old dirt track, I was in. Where was it? Fucking Norway, in Oslo, right, years ago.
Right.
Yeah, a bit of a detour here, but I was in Oslo years ago, and it was at the time, me and the girlfriend, we used to work weekends. I used to work normal 9 to 5, so we never got time off together.
Yeah,
and then
I've been in that relationship.
We got one weekend eventually lined up. Fucking great. We both had the weekend off. It was like, lovely. Let's book the cheapest flight going anywhere, and it was in the middle of winter, and it was Oslo. Yeah, and it was like €18.
Cheapest flight was to Norway until you got there and like paid for a taxi or paid for a glass of water or anything.
Yeah, that was. See, I didn't realize this. Like, I had already been in Stockholm before this with
I would never have known that until I was told.
Yeah, but like, I'd been in Stockholm before, and I knew that, like, my God, it's insanely expensive, stupid. So, but I didn't put 2 and 2 together. I just thought, right, we were fucking off for a weekend. Yeah, I'm fucking gone.
Of course. Yeah,
so cheapest flight,
romantic adventure. Let's fucking go.
Fuck it. It's only a long weekend anyway. So what? 3 nights.
How bad could it be? Right?
Exactly. And we got anyway. Fucking they had to de-ice the plane first of all 3 times in Dublin airport because it was just snow and it was fucking really bad. Eventually, fucking took off and of course landed in way worse snow in Norway. Not a problem because they're just used to the snow. But
this is how we get down.
But long story short, basically, it was the most expensive place I've ever been in the world, and I've been to a fair few places, and that was outrageously expensive. Like first place we went into a shot of tequila. Now it was nice tequila, €45. And it was just the
Damn,
very first
okay,
place we went
shit.
into.
Alright, I
But it was
gonna say-
nice,
I
and it
know-
was a restaurant, so...
Well, that's it. I'd heard like €10 a pint and things like that. €10 for a beer and like you know,
Well, our-
everything cost of living is
Well, the
quite
first night,
quite high.
the first night we went in. See, it was in the middle of winter, like minus 18 during the day, like it was freezing, obviously, and there wasn't many people out because it was fucking snow everywhere. And but it was really nice. So the only place we found that looked like it was, you know, open for the night, you know, like late night place was like a Hard Rock Cafe or something like that. So we're like, right, we'll go in here, and they had some deal on. They were like the cheapest thing, and we're like cocktails, but they were still cheaper than the beer or something like that at the time. So we're like, oh, we'll just drink them. We literally only had, I think, 4 each, maybe 5 each. €180 was the bill. I was like, oh my fucking God.
Fuck.
But
that,
basically,
like-
back to the dirt road, fucking why I got here. So we went in, we were like, okay, we have to do a sex shop. And my God, how much is it going to be here? So we bought this box set of anal porn, right? And one of them was called Up the Old Dirt Road. And so we bought that anyway, fucking came home, got the flight back to Dublin.
This is not the West Wing I was
Yeah,
expecting.
yeah. Got back to Dublin anyway, and we're like, deadly, we'll stick this on now and have some nice sex. Opened every box, no DVDs. So I had to...
You got scared.
I had to email, like, it's just, like it's Norway, so there isn't an ounce of scamming. You know what I mean? Everyone
Yeah,
is
true.
fucking
Yeah, yeah.
on the level. Like,
I'm sorry, this is a legitimate Viking.
yeah. And I had to email the sex shop with
I will
every
send-
label.
I will send Bjorn immediately with the
Bjorn.
yeah, yeah.
But I had to email the sex shop and list every name of and every name, because it was a box set of like ridiculous names. Up the Old Dirt Track, Beeline for my behind. Trying to remember somebody. They were just fucking scandalous names, and I just and your one even fucking in the email was like fucking laughing, basically going, "Okay, I found the DVDs. I'll post them over to you now." Like, but fucking hell.
Our mistake. Yeah, that's not what you want. Yeah, that's that is that's it's like, oh, do I have to list them all out? Like that's the worst part. It's like,
Oh, I
it's
couldn't
like,
give a fuck. Like,
it's like,
I
yeah.
really couldn't give a fuck.
All right, you're in it now. These are the titles. Do you want me to go alphabetically?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, fisting fireman. No, it's just like, yeah, I to be honest, in those situations, I really don't. I don't care, but most people do kind of care. And I'm pretty sure Lucy sent the email. So she was like, oh, I better. I was like, yeah, fucking I'm not, you know, let's not make it 2 posts here.
and I and I want the bonus DVDs too.
Yeah, big time. Yeah. Ultimate jack off, like fucking time. Yeah, it's. But yeah, in fairness, I really like Norway. It's just Sweden, though, I fucking loved, because I went over there with a friend, so it was a different trip. And when we went, it was summer. It was lovely, and I have never seen better looking people. Like, I mean, it's knuckle bitingly good. No, not the scan. Just
the Dutch,
them.
for me, the Dutch for me. Man.
Have you been to Stockholm? Then you haven't seen anything. I know what you mean by the Dutch,
Swedes
though.
are pretty good
Completely
too.
know what you mean by the
Swedes,
Dutch. But the Dutch are all 8 foot tall. That's the only issue.
I like that. I like tall women. And yeah,
I wouldn't want taller than me, though.
I mean, like
tall is fine. Like,
Tall is
Christ,
fine.
my girlfriend
I mean,
is
yeah,
6
yeah.
foot. Like, is it?
Yeah, exactly.
But
yeah,
it's not
exactly.
taller than me. Like,
Yeah, well, that's it. Like, but I mean, as upon average, it's like.
I think we'd be very average over there height-wise.
Well, yeah, of course we would. Yeah, but we're like what? I'm 6'3" apparently. I didn't realize that. I thought I was only like 6'1". Apparently, I'm 6'3", and what? I mean, you must be the same.
Yeah, pretty much the same. I'm either 6'2" or 6'3".
Yeah, we're about the same height. And yes, in Ireland, we are considered quite tall.
Well, we're not that fucking. It's not like.
Well, we're not like.
Because, like, in fairness, I grew up, all our friends are pretty much the same or taller than us. There's some are smaller, obviously, but, like, there's a few very tall people I've hung around with for my whole life that... I remember even someone was going out with some girlfriend.
We'll make that list off air, but I think, like, we are fairly tall. And I mean, like,
yeah.
And especially compared to, like, finding an Irish girl, it's like, we're usually a foot taller than them. Like what you... Like,
I wouldn't say a foot now, they're 5'3". Well...
I mean, they might be 5'6", but I mean, like, it's like 9 inches. Look, it's
Oh, it counts.
It's a myth to you, and it's a myth to me, love. All right. I mean,
oh God. No, it's.
But I do think that yeah. In comparison, I remember being in Holland. And I remember spending time there at like various different times throughout my life, and just being like, especially at gigs and things like that, and you're just like, there are so many ridiculously attractive people. And none of them are behaving like Irish people, and I don't know what to do.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's like
that's it's the same thing in Sweden. Like they
I'm
were
at a
pretty. They
club,
were pretty.
and I know
like
how this shit goes at home.
It's at home. It's like, oh, lovely. I could definitely get off with this. She's the slag.
Yeah.
And then, but over there, it's like they're all pretty composed for the most part, and they're so good looking that I would literally trip over myself on the way over. Like I would invite them out for a coffee like a twat, or you know what I mean? Something really stupid. I would be. Like I was 15 again, asking someone out like that. That's the caliber.
Well, that's it. They're disarmingly attractive, and you're like, oh shit! I actually don't know what to say. I don't know. I have nothing planned. I'm just going to look at you for a minute.
Everyone, and I was like, Street Sweeper was unbelievable. Like,
and even when you're
like
sweaty at a rave, it's like, how are you still attractive when you're sweaty at a rave?
Yeah.
We're all
like the first bar we went into, we were over there. We arrived at night, me and the mate in Stockholm, and it was pissing raining that night, right? And we stayed in the cheapest place we could find, which was 10 grand a night or something ridiculous. Anyway, but there was a metal bar like 20 minutes down the road on the way into the city. It was like, lovely, we'll stop there for first and till the rain stops. And plus metal bar, cool.
Of course.
Went in, and usually metal girls are horrendous for the most part. Not always, but like in Ireland, they're not great. But like in American stuff, it can be different. But in Ireland, you're used to fat goths or some fucking Les Miserables. Like, you know what I mean? Like fucking the world is so sad. Like it's like, oh my god, you're not wearing black. You fucking fuck off. Like, how dare you embrace the love? Yeah, that mentality. Fuck right off. I hate that shit. But anyway, we went in and everyone was blonde and fucking painfully good looking. It was just, I couldn't believe it. The guy I was with, I was like, maybe it's just this bar for some weird reason. Yeah. They're all hanging out here, like I said, but it was models, like beyond, like if you were some agent, I was saying that at the time, if you were some model agent, you would literally go over there and fucking throw a stone and you'd have your fucking whatever.
Well, that's it.
Winter catalogue.
You were probably asking the mate, is like, is this like it, like this is obviously something like, VIP rock bar or something. And he's like, no, that's Simple Sarah, and that's Plain Jane, and that, you know what I mean. And he's like, no,
the mate was Irish as well, so he was just as clueless
as
I was.
Okay.
So we were just walking around fucking dicks in hand, like
as you would.
I couldn't get over it. And like the real thing that said it all. I think I may have said this to Gar before, but the proof in the fucking pudding was this, right? So the way Brazilians, right? Brazilians would be, at least in Ireland, and I'm pretty sure worldwide known as a good-looking bunch of people.
Yeah,
like,
it's very acceptable. That
they're like everyone. That's like the first thing you think of.
There's a surgical procedure called a Brazilian bum lift. Do you know what I mean?
But that's what I mean. Like,
it's your genes
but
are
it's
in the upper percentile.
World-renowned, fucking great-looking race of people. Like, they're great-looking. Like,
and they are completely in love with gingers. The one group of people that we have ridiculed the whole time. And now we can flog them to the fucking Brazilians and get a load of mamacitas back. We can make a fucking fortune, mate. This could be a trade. Well, actually,
but this is my point exactly. So
trade embargo.
So
like we will send slaves.
But when if you say, like, so basically, I said it to some Brazilian guys, and like, oh my god, you realize how fucking ridiculously good looking your women are, and blah blah blah, and they'd just come back, no, because they're used to it. And they're just like, no, Irish or whatever. And usually, whatever the country they're in that they're not from, like Ireland, for example, if I'm talking to them there, or some other country I happen to be in at the time and talking to them. So they're like, no, the Spanish or the Irish or the English or whatever. And I'm like, fucking, are you mad? Like, every country always does that. If you say it to like people in Greece, they'll say, no, they're not great here, because they're from there and they're used to it. If you say it anywhere, they always want something different. We were in a club in Stockholm, right, on the last night, drinking away, got talking to this group of Swedish people. I turned around to the guy out of the group going, have you any fucking idea how insanely fucking like lucky yous are and good looking your women are? He turns, yeah. He fucking, like, no opposite at all. He was like, 100%, I know exactly what we're looking at here. Like,
we're good. We've shaked our hips since the day we were born. Like, you know what I mean? They know their worth in the market. But the weird part is that they think that pasty gingers is their kryptonite, man. I know.
Well, I don't know about all of them, because like you mean Brazilians?
Well, most Brazilians.
Because like Brazil, like
we all love what's exotic.
A Brazilian girl.
Everyone in your fucking cast.
Well, I knew a Brazilian girl who looked Brazilian. The usual tanned, like real good looking, all that kind of stuff. And I was asking her about
I'm
Brazil.
not saying this theory is 100%.
No. But like the thing was, she was telling me
Obvious
about
exception.
Brazil. This was before I went over there. She was like, no. Since Brazil is like people from fucking everywhere, so everyone looks massively different. And she goes, check out my friend. She shows me her friend on Facebook. Ginger girl, looks like from the heart of fucking Roscommon.
Yeah.
You know, she looked so Irish. She goes, no, she's fucking from Rio or wherever. And she was showing me other person like Ace of Spades looks like she's from the Congo. I was just like, no, she's also, you know, there's just a huge fucking, like, I think there's loads of Italians that moved over there at one point, and then Africans as well, and just fucking people from everywhere. Like.
No, and that is true. They do have a massive
variety. Like.
Variety, yeah. It's a you know, it's the size of Europe. That's not
it's a beast. Like,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But it's
so,
like, in fairness, a lot of it is,
and it's also from
it's jungle, and not only jungle, but
well, not just jungle, but also from like, you know, the whole, like, you know, colonization and all that crack.
Yeah.
So you've got like the Spanish, the Portuguese influence, and then you've got the native influence, and then you've probably got some rogue fucking Irish chancer who was there and now has like 600 Irish.
Literally
fucking
spreading the seed.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
we are fucking viruses on this planet.
We
are everywhere. I heard
top
apparently our
top fucking
our real population apparently like worldwide is like 80 million.
Well, I mean, sure, and yeah,
I don't know at what level do they count that at though.
Yeah, and like 60%, 60 million of that is probably living in fucking Boston. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, claiming, my daddy's goldfish's grandpappy was fucking Irish.
Have you got a passport? Does it say you're Irish? Then fuck off.
Yeah, I've had that conversation.
And also, all foreigners come apply, because like our football team really needs it. To be honest, like we need you. But Brazilians and the Polish, come on now, come on.
Well, in fairness, like we couldn't have more Brazilian and Polish.
That's what I'm saying.
So
it's like
we've no excuse really.
Between the two of them, we should have a way better football team. And like,
well, it's going to increase the looks of the country, I have to say, in a few years.
But that again,
Yeah.
I said the same thing. Yeah. Our genetics are going through the roof.
Yeah, we're going to be great. Like, because the thing is, like, worldwide, for some weird reason, like, for the most part, like, Irish are
Brazilian
a liked thing.
Brazilian
so now if they're liked and also good-looking thing,
Brazilian
that's great.
with Polish cheekbones. Are you fucking joking me, man? Oh,
a tanned Polak.
oh God,
you
Lord.
are laughing. Like.
Good Lord.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
It's going to be fucking.
That's
the future's bright. Like.
I'm gonna have to. That's a Google for later.
Plus, like with global warming and whatnot, our weather is going to turn into. We're going to be the new Spain, I'd say, eventually, which is going to be great.
I hope so.
It's going to give us a nice fucking,
Yeah.
cancer riddled tan, because we cannot handle the sun at all.
No, we can't. No, that's true. But to be honest, I'd take it. You know what I mean? In like 15 years' time, if this turned into a holiday island, I'd be like, yeah, grand. I mean, no one's going to be able to visit anyway, because we'll be on COVID 4.0.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like no one's allowed to go outside their own jacks.
No
cubicle.
breathing.
No.
Like, yeah. Here's a fucking.
Suck it through the straw and be thankful.
Here's a respirator, you fucking useless pigs. But yeah, the fucking COVID is killing me. I am fucking sick of it. Jesus Christ.
I just want to go to a rave. I just want to dance with people and be sweaty again.
I just want to walk outside and fucking like do anything. I just want to fucking leave the house.
Actually, do you know what? A lot of it, actually, I'm quite happy about. I love the fact that there's only a certain amount of people allowed in a supermarket at any given time. Do you remember going to a supermarket when it was fucking rammed?
Never went then.
I rarely
because of that.
I rarely did.
Yeah, fucking like, 3 people with trolleys blocking an aisle. You're like, move, bitch! Like, I hate that shit. I hate that. Move your.
I remember the first few days of lockdown, going into a supermarket and going like,
oh, that was suicide. Like,
no, but it was fine.
Oh, sorry, I thought you meant when everyone went nuts. And
no. Just
everything.
after that, because like
must get
like,
10 pints of milk.
Okay, we can
the
only
most perishable goods going, and bread.
We can only let in 10 people at a time, and I was like, this is a lovely shop. I don't mind queuing outside if this is the shopping experience. I'm much happier about this.
I always go late though. Always late, because I hate going when there's millions of people.
I'd go early in the day. I'd be an early one. I'd get them in early, and then I don't have to leave the house again.
I always go late.
I can just settle into the
Like, I was in there tonight before this, and fucking 2 shithead kids just running, the mad course, fucking oblivious, walking around reading their fucking stories on their fucking Facebook or whatever, and the 2 kids ramming trolleys into each other. It's just like, will you fucking fish hook those shitheads and fling them out the fucking window? Fucking dip them into the shark cage. Oh, I hate that.
You kindly suffocate them.
Yeah,
in the car,
just
please.
like, no, I want it loud. I want to hear them suffer like those shitheads. Fucking hate that, like little brats. Like,
and there's another one. It's like, like nobody wants to beat their own kids, but Christ, I'd love to kick a few of somebody else's kids. Like, you know what
Just
I mean?
like
Just
just to see the surprise in their face.
Yeah,
you look them dead in the
yeah.
eye, they fucking you drop kick
What
the
was
back.
it?
You drop kick his brother, so he knows what's coming next.
James
Fucking shit.
James Gandolfini's line out of True Romance is like, you know, that first one, that's the pick of the bunch. Now I just do it to see their expressions change.
Oh, that's dark. That's just like fucking 8mm, like kill 'em all machine. what was the thing
I
at
bet
the
that
end of it?
first
Like,
one, that was the pick of the bunch. I bet.
yeah. My mommy
But
didn't
I bet
beat
he
me.
spe-
I
I
just
bet-
like to see when the lights go out. You know, one of these fucking things. Fuck's sake. On that positive note.
Yeah, don't kill anybody. Be good to each other. And, you know what I mean? Tune in next week. Like, you know what I mean?
Stay safe, people.
We've
And,
all got to vent somehow, okay?
have a good fucking weekend. Stay safe, and keep
Keep her
drinking.
lit. Yeah, keep her fucking lit.
lit.
Yeah,
as we say.
do what you need to do to get through your fucking week. No, don't fuck with anybody else, but like do what you need, boo.
And we are out of here.
Slán.